Greetings, Game Master Player here, and welcome to another car vlog. It is Tuesday, October 25th, I believe, and it's not Thursday. I know. No, don't mess. Just calm down. It's good. I just figured I'd start chatting a little, on a different day. I didn't know how my Thursday was going to unfold, so I know I got a little bit of time to chat today. So, I just want to say, hi, how you doing? Hope you're having a good day. And if you're not having a good day, well, that sucks. Let's work on, making it better somehow. Let's find something to make it worth calling it a good day. Maybe walk outside a little bit, get some fresh air, look at the sun. Well, not look directly at the sun. That didn't come out right. That's like, oh, great, I'm blinded, Feel the warmth of the sun, and, just look up into the sky and, relax a little bit and see how the world's unfolding around you. A little, watch the leaves change colors if you're in an area where fall's hitting. If you're in a nice warm area, then, just get out a little bit. Or if you're full of allergies and getting out is a nightmare, then stay in a little bit. Just find something to find yourself some inner peace and some inner happiness, and life will be good, right? So, I have no coffee with me this morning. I already finished my coffee. So, not that I drink too much coffee or too little coffee, I limit myself to a little bit of coffee every day, not a lot of coffee, and that's it. So, I could have more, absolutely. I totally could have more, but I've decided to just cut back a little bit, and, I didn't decide to cut back a little bit. I just decided to not have, if I can avoid it, having an extra cup with me, because I use reusable cups. And, it'll sit in my car all day, and, it's just one of those, it's not really that big of a hassle, I guess. Hassle's not the right word I want to use. I think the biggest issue is just, I don't want to have, I just don't want to have it. I don't want to have the extra cup to carry and such like that. I enjoy the fact that I can trim things down a bit, and today's a day that I get to go see a friend who is also a customer of mine, and we go out and have lunch. So there is that. That's good. Got this great lens flare behind me. J.J. Abrams has been brought on to do all this wonderful work in the back and make sure I look the best I can with lens flare. But no, really, it's one of those things. And now maybe it's just knowing my quirks and such. Like, it might be constituted as lazy to not deal with this extra cup, and it's just extra hassle. And some people, back in the day, I'm not sure if they do now, but some people would call it lazy. And I'm not going to call it lazy. I just call it like it is. It's an inconvenience, totally an inconvenience. I'm not going to. I just don't want to do it. If I can avoid extra. So the coffee's good. If something goes wrong in the morning and I don't get to my coffee, then it sits in my car, or I take it with me and I carry it extra, and it just, it's just extra stuff. I don't have to have it. So I already had. If I didn't have my coffee, absolutely, it's got to be in here. I got to have something. But otherwise, no. It's a choice. It's one of those choices that I make. It just, I don't want the extra hassle to deal with the extra cup, and the fact that, like I said, sometimes it just sits in my car for the entirety of the day, because I drink it right away. Like in this case, I would be driving. I'd be drinking and driving. Wait, no, it's drinking coffee and driving, not drinking and driving. Jeez, people, we're just talking about coffee. It's not Kahlua laced or anything else, but it's not an Irish coffee. But the idea would be to just basically, if the morning was like normal, I would be drinking while I drove to my first customer of the day, or wherever I might be going. If I go to the office, I'll drink coffee. I just won't bother taking coffee because we have coffee at the office, because we're all IT people. We drink a lot of coffee. But since I already had my coffee today, it's kind of extra, and it turns into, I've got this extra coffee. I've got this, and I'm not going to drink it as quickly. I'm not going to drink it as heartily, I guess is a good way to put it, which means I won't put as much effort into drinking it because I don't have to. You know, because I already have coffee. I've already had coffee. So, and that's kind of the point. So, since I've already had coffee, I don't have to, you know, down this extra stuff by a particular time or whatever it might be. So, you know, it's just extra. I don't even know why I'm explaining this. I think it's just because I'm just having a chat with you the first thing in the morning. I'm justifying my coffee needs. But I don't know. I was just throwing that out there. But you know, I do have extra caffeine if I ever need it with me, because I am a junkie. But no, really, it's mostly just I don't need the coffee this morning. It's fine. But I don't know. You having any coffee? Tea, maybe? Tea sounds good. I haven't had any tea in a while. My iced tea maker broke, so I'm not taking any tea with me now. I need to replace it because I've got a lot of tea sitting around. I don't drink hot tea that often because I haven't found the right tea for me, and I think it's the right tea combination. It's not just the right. Oh, here, a little bit off here. I gotta adjust you. There we go. It's not like it's the. I don't like tea. It's just hot tea tastes different than cold tea, and how you prepare it and how you, you know, and such like that. So I'm trying to find my hot tea that I like, and I'm trying to make it as healthy, if not healthier, than coffee. So that should be a major step. There's some teas out there that are better for you in certain ways, and like white tea. White tea is a lot better for you than just plain black tea. You know, green tea has its benefits, and it's, you know, pick a tea. You know, if I really wanted the boost, I can have oolong tea, because that has a lot of caffeine. A lot of caffeine. But I like it. But again, I don't drink it hot, so I drank it as iced tea. Believe it or not, I had iced oolong tea. It was good. I liked it. So, and I use different sweeteners and things like that. Like I use honey sometimes, or I've used agave. I've used, you know, just sugar. I've used brown sugar. You know, I'm trying to find, you know, the happy that I could, you know, mix that I could use. So, you know, when I make iced tea, I make it with a flavored tea as well. So that way I've got flavored tea. So my iced tea has a flavor. So it could be like, now I could use some fruit tea. Like I like to use more fruit teas in the summer, or fruity like teas in the summer, and like a vanilla tea or such towards the winter. Things like that. You know, they've got other flavors, and you know, you can eat your apple cider tea, which I've gotten, and it's pretty good, and you know, there's such flavors like that. So I don't know. I gotta work on maybe doing some more hot tea, of course, because it might be better for me. But at the same time, hey, you're getting kind of dark there. There we go. Yeah, where'd the sun go? Where's my lens flare? I paid good money for. No, I didn't. But you know, and that's just what I have to work with. I've got to work with finding a solution for me on how I want to make tea, or what kind of tea I want to have. So, and if any of you out there watching are tea connoisseurs, please let me know. You know, is there some tricks I can possibly do and make better tea? I would love to. So, and I know the first thing people are going to say is use your own diffuser and use regular tea leaves. I do know that it's always better. Unfortunately, I've got tea bags, and because they're inexpensive, relatively inexpensive, and I've used those a lot more. I should probably not, but that's what I have right now, is I have mostly tea bags. So, and it is a cost. It is a cost thing. I'll be honest. I'm not going to lie. It is a cost. And, well, I was doing iced tea every day, so it turned into a big cost. Now I need to, I'd want to switch from coffee to tea, you know, or any combination. I don't have to switch necessarily, but I'm not a big, the thing I don't like about coffee, because I like the flavor, I like the smell, but sometimes it's just too bitter. It's too bitter for me first thing in the morning. I want something that's a little bit smoother. And I know there's tricks to make your coffee smoother, like if you add salt to your basket, you know, filter, whatever you want to, you know, but you put coffee in your basket. If you just have a regular cheapo coffee pot, nothing special, you you make you add salt to the bag or the basket, and with the filter, like you put the coffee in, you put salt it on top, and it comes out less bitter. It takes some of the bitterness out by adding a little bit of salt. So we're talking like a couple pinches of salt at most. We're not even talking like a teaspoon or tablespoon. No, we're talking a few pinches of salt and we're good. So, or a couple, depending. It doesn't be completely salted on top, but it cuts back on the bitterness. And there's a lot of teas that are also bitter. Don't get me wrong, but a lot of teas that aren't. So, and I got to find that nice combination of, because I don't want to use like when coffee's really bitter. I want to use creamer. I want to use sweetener. I want to use something else to help break up that bitterness. And that's where all my calories are for the morning. And I don't want that. I don't want calories. I want to keep trying to cut back a little bit. I want to keep, finding ways to improve. There's got to be other ways. I'm just saying there's got to be other ways to improve the flavor, or to maybe get rid of the bitterness, whatever it might be. I don't really want to say improve the flavor because some of it's really good by itself. But, just to make it a smoother drink first thing in the morning, that way, I'm not like, oh, it's bitter or it's sour or anything else. It's just a nice, smooth something to have. And I don't like super hot coffee. And that's something else I was thinking about, too, is I'm thinking about buying some cheap ice cube trays and making a pot of coffee, letting it cool off, and then dumping it in ice cube trays. I thought that'd be a good idea, too, because then I've got iced coffee. Oh, that's terrible. But I have coffee ice cubes that I can put into super hot coffee, and it will cool them off without watering down my coffee. So, because I'll go to like the gas station, for example, get coffee in the morning if I have to, and I'll get the bold coffee so I can add ice to it to kind of thin it down a little bit so I can drink it. I don't like to sip my coffee. That's why I don't drink alcohol. I don't like to sip anything. I'm not I just got a little bit of, oh, I got my face. No, I don't do that. Not at all. I don't sip any of my drinks. I drink them. So that's why I'm not a raging alcoholic, because I would be drink. Don't sip, drink. That's really good whiskey or really good scotch. Just I drink it. So, and it's something I have to learn, obviously, of course, is to, I'm getting old, so my habits are getting harder to change, but I really just want to sip I don't want to sip my drinks, I want to drink my drink. So I'm thinking about making ice cubes made out of coffee. That way, when it comes time to have coffee in the morning and I need to run, I've learned this, because I don't like scorching hot coffee, because like I said, I want to drink it, I don't want to sip it. And I've got this wonderfully large tumbler that keeps coffee hot for pretty much the majority of the day. So I couldn't drink my coffee till like the end of the day when it finally cooled off enough that I could drink it. And that's usually with the lid off. Don't get me wrong, it's a really nice tumbler. So, basically I have to make it the temperature and everything the way I want it right when I put it in there, and then it'll stay that way for at least half the day. So I'm looking to maybe, like I said, make some coffee ice cubes and maybe add some, I could add some creamer to them if I wanted to, and have so I can mix something up or whatever. But that way I can have my coffee cool off without watering it down. So, and that's little things like that. I'm looking for little things to, and I could probably flavor my coffee that way. I can probably do a lot of things that way. So, and I like to flavor my coffee. I actually like to put one of the simple things I like to do to flavor my coffee is, like I was telling you, yes, to put salt in the basket to take some of the bitterness out. I also add cinnamon to the basket too, and I have cinnamon coffee. So, and it comes out pretty well. Or I can just add cinnamon to coffee. That works too. I found a lot of interesting things to add to my coffee. So, because I'm not a big fan of, like the creamers that you get, the flavored creamers, are just full of sugar and everything else, and it's just a full-bodied calorie nightmare. So, with almost nil nutritional value of any kind. So, oddly enough, because I'm smart like that. Okay, I'm not really smart like that, but I've added Nesquik to my coffee before. It adds calcium, and it's meant for kids, but in a pinch, I wanted something different. I was sick and tired of what I was having at the time, and I'm just like, forget it, screw it, I'm throwing Nesquik in my coffee. And chocolate coffee is pretty good, even with just Nesquik. So I can't complain about that. It didn't do much for the bitterness, though, so I have to make sure the coffee's nice and smooth before I decide to add Nesquik to it. So there is that, which is great. To the expressway. Listen to my little engine try so hard it dies. No. But, you know, that's just how things go. I get to make some adjustments to my daily routine, and they're weird. Like, I add Nesquik to my coffee. You know, it's something. It's not calorically devastating for you. It's also just not, you know, it's not, coffee is like 6 calories per cup or something like ridiculously low like that. And I don't have a lot of caffeine throughout the day. I have some caffeine. So it would be a good idea to not take that out of my diet, because caffeine actually assists you in a lot of ways. And coffee does have antioxidants. And so does tea. Again, that's why I said coffee or tea. I'm trying to find a happy medium. So, I don't know. Maybe you guys can give me some suggestions in the comments below. That would be awesome. And you gals too. Not just you guys, but you gals. Everybody out there. Give me some suggestions on what I can do to make my morning drink more interesting, or not. And when I mean interesting, I meant by flavor, not by I have to take 18 steps to make it, because I can't do that. I have 2 young kids at home. There is no time to sit and make, you know, a fancy drink. I'm not making a fancy drink. I'm just trying to get my, you know, my morning caffeine fix and such going. So, no time to do any sort of crazy drink stuff. No, I thought about doing coffee presses and such like that. And I'm still uncertain about. I don't know anybody that does it. I don't have a good, you know, besides just trial and error, which I kind of don't want to do right now. Because again, you know, first thing in the morning, I just kind of want to have coffee and go. So, and I don't want to buy the Keurigs, you know, or the one-shot things, because that's a lot of waste. So, you know, those cups are very wasteful, and I don't want to waste all that stuff. You know, even if I recycle it, still I don't want to go through and waste everything. So, you know, I do have a personal coffee maker, so I can experiment with that. That's fine. But, you know, it's just for a cup of coffee, I don't want to, you know, I don't want to reinvent the wheel, let's put it that way. So, but anyway, we've had a nice chat about coffee today, morning beverages. So, like I said, if there's a particular tea or coffee I should try, or, you know, such like that, and I don't want to, again, I'm not trying to break the bank, so it's not like I need to have some Luwak or anything first thing in the morning. I just want a simple, you know, easy cup of coffee or tea or something in the morning, and I can spend time. If I have to get a diffuser, I can do that. I think I actually have one, and they make some really cool ones too. So I don't mind getting a diffuser. I don't mind getting some tea leaves if I have to, as long as I'm not, again, forking up the nose for it, because I don't want to get coffee beans and grind them a particular way, and because, you know, again, kids. I have kids, and everybody has kids knows that there's no time to do things like, oh, you know, hey kids, can you give me a few minutes? You know, Daddy's got to grind some coffee beans. Nope, not a chance. And then the grinder's a toy. Well, that's what they're gonna think. So even though we know it's not, that's what they're gonna think, because kids. So, but anyway, I've rambled on long enough. I hope you have a great day. I'm gonna do my best to get this uploaded today. Where I'm at, I'm gonna try to borrow some wireless connectivity and actually get my get this video put up. And I'm gonna try to stay on top of it a little bit more. So we'll see. We'll see if I can get it to fly. But anyway, thank you everyone for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Hopefully, we'll chat about something else. You know, again, give me some suggestions in the comments below, or for something else to talk about, or, you know, some coffee ideas or morning beverage ideas. And, you know, I don't want to make it a habit of going to like Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks or anything like that every day to get some special coffee or drink. And, you know, I just want to have something I could simply do. Some as some people call hacks, but they're not really hacks. But that's what I want. I want some ideas like that, and that would just make it more interesting or whatever it might be. So, without making it overly complicated. Well, I ask for a lot, don't I? I'm so needy. But anyway, thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next car ride.